What's up, boys? It's Tice. In this video, I'm going to go over exactly how every single phone flipper that is watching this is leaving at least $5,000 a month on the table, no matter what. You guys have never heard or seen anything like this. The testing that I've done from this system that I'm about to go over right now, I don't think anybody has done this before, and this will make you at least an extra couple thousand a month if you actually get this dialed in on how I'm going to explain it to you in this video. So please pay attention because you guys are definitely leaving so much money on the table by not doing this. So watch this video until the end so you could actually see how to solve everything. So let's get right into it. First thing is that a lot of you guys that are already phone flipping, you have a super leaky pipe, right? So that means leads are falling through the cracks. So a lot of you guys that are getting leads, let's say between 10 to 20 a day, like if you're running the right Facebook paid ads, you should be getting between 10 to 20 leads a day. And a lot of you guys, you should be making a lot of money from 10 to 20 leads a day. Between 10 to 20,000 a month, you should be making from that amount of leads, maybe even more. Honestly, yeah, between 10 to 30,000 a month is how much money you should be making from 10 to 20 leads a day. If you're not getting between 10 to 20 leads a day, you're not running the right Facebook ads. And if you're not getting good quality leads out of those 10 to 20, you're also not running the right Facebook ads. Like, just to get that out of the way. So if you're having shitty quality leads or not enough leads, your ad is the problem. But if you're getting that amount of leads and you're not making that amount of money, you're doing these wrong. And even if you are making that amount of money, you are not doing this, and you need to be doing this as soon as possible because you could be making so much more money from those leads that you're getting. So a lot of people in phone flipping, they only focus on this. They only focus on the ad gets seen and then people message you. They only focus on the ad. They only focus on the ad and the first message, right? But what we're about to go over is literally going over exactly where leads are leaking through, and exactly how to fix it, exactly how to identify the different types of prospects that are actually messaging you and how to fix it. So let's get right into it. But yeah, a lot of you guys focus on this, just the ad getting seen and then someone messaging you and then you respond. So there's so many leaks after this that you guys don't even realize that is happening. And I promise you, everybody is doing this. So please pay attention. So you respond, right? And a lot of you guys, this is your first leak right off the bat, is that you have slow response time. So the deal dies, right? And then that goes into you losing 5K a month in deals right there. So what if I told you that the same amount of leads that you're getting right now, you could be making an extra 5K a month from them? 100% possible. Another leak is that you respond, the conversation happens, a meetup gets booked, but there's no meetup urgency. They have no reason to show up today. They have no reason to show up. They have no reason to actually sell you a phone right now for the price that you offered. So they'll go shop around for a little bit until your guys meet up. Most of the time, when the meetup gets booked, there's no urgency at all. They will shop around until your meetup happens. Most of the time, they'll find a better price and go with someone else. So there's no meetup urgency. The deal dies. Again, you're losing an extra 5K a month right there. Conversation happens, the wrong type of tone for the seller, the deal dies. What I mean by this is you have to talk to everyone a little bit differently. You're not going to talk to every single lead the same. Someone who wants to sell their phone right now because they need to pay their rent, you're going to talk to them a lot differently from someone who's not urgent to sell their phone. They're just casually messaging you. They just want to see a price. You're going to talk to these people differently to actually get them to close into a meetup. Again, another leak for a lot of you guys is the conversation happens. You ask too many questions, the deal will die. So you need to fix all of these things right here and identify which one you're actually doing. Honestly, you're probably doing at least 2 out of these 4 things that are leaking into you not making an extra 5K a month. So the right way to go about it is by fixing these leaks, and it should look like this. The ad gets seen, the person messages you, you respond right away, the conversation happens, you have the right tone, you don't ask too many questions, you have meetup urgency, so the meetup will get booked, the meetup will happen that day. The meetup will happen that day, and then you will buy the phone. This is green. This is the way to actually do it. If you're doing it any other way, which I'm about to explain how to fix this and how to actually identify it, but you're losing 5K a month in deals right there. Now, this This is something that so many people do not understand at all, is section 2, the 4 seller ICPs, and you cannot talk to everyone the same. So I've identified over the last 2.5 years, I've been phone flipping. I've talked to, I don't even know how many leads by now, a ton of leads by now, and each of them will fall into one of these 4 ICPs. So, which is basically just like an ideal prospect. So each of the people that message you, they will not fall outside of these ideal prospects. These are the only 4 types of people that you will be getting from your ad. So ICP 1 is, we'll start off with this one. ICP 1 is a one-off seller. So they have one phone and they want it gone. This is going to be the easiest to close if you move fast, you respond fast, you set up a meetup fast, right? ICP 2 is an urgent seller. So they need cash now for rent or bills, and they want speed and convenience, and they will sell fast at a fair price. Obviously, if you offer them dirt, they're not going to take that. But if you offer them a price that has 2 zeros on it, they're going to take it because they need that $100, $200, $300 now, right? ICP 3 is just a casual seller. Now, a lot of you guys, if you're running bad ads and you don't have any sort of urgency, or you're not talking to these people the right way, these are the hardest people to close. If you don't talk to them the right way, these people will just always shop around. So that is just like the casual seller is ICP 3. So they're in no rush and they're just shopping around with every other phone flipper in your area. They always are the ones who want the highest price. They want $500 for their iPhone 6S, and they will ghost you if you're not compelling. They'll ghost you if you don't offer them the money that they want. Now, I see a lot of people get discouraged. This is like off point, but I see a lot of people get discouraged when they get these casual sellers. This will happen no matter how good your ads are. You'll always get these types of people. So no matter how good your ad is, you'll always get these types of people, and that's just how it goes. And then the last ICP is the multi-phone, someone who has multiple phones, or they are a supplier. So they have multiple devices. They could be become a recurring source of phones, and they're worth more patience and a relationship, and worth less profit, 100%. What I mean by that is that most of the time on these ICPs, you're going to probably want to make between $80 to $100 profit, maybe $50 profit. But on these guys, you're going to want to be making between $40 to $50 profit, because they could become a long-term relationship, and you need to offer them a good price for them to actually work with you long-term. Now, what I'm trying to get at is each ICP needs a different framework to actually talk, right? All of these 4 people, if you talk to them the same way, you're not going to close them. You're not going to close every single one of them. Every single person needs to be closed in their own way. So you have to treat them all differently. If you treat them all the same, the deals will die, because you're talking to a one-off seller like how you would talk to a multi-phone supplier, or you're talking to a multi-phone supplier like how you would talk to a one-off seller. The same shit goes. You have to talk to these people differently to actually get them to close. So, again, guys, if you don't get this right, it doesn't matter how good your ads are. It doesn't matter how good your buyer is, what prices he has. You have to fix your conversation. You have to fix your conversations, because this will make you so much more money. And for a lot of phone flippers that I see, like, guys, I've worked with around 250 phone flippers by now. This is a big, big problem for the people that already have the right ads, already have the right buyers. Normally the next problem after that is making the most out of your leads, right? You want to squeeze them as much as possible. So you want to squeeze the most money out of your leads, and this is the way to do so. So if you guys already have the right ads running, you guys already have the right buyers, you guys already have the system down, this is normally the one thing you guys have to get down to squeeze 100% of the profits out of your leads. Now, here's the actual fix to this, guys. First things first, you need to build out on how you're going to talk to each of these different types of ICPs. For everyone, it's a little bit different, but I suggest getting a board or getting some sort of script. Like, I'm right here, I'm using Figma board. Maybe build a Figma board for yourself of how you're going to talk to one-off sellers, to this guy, to this guy, to that guy, and this should be the scripts of how you're going to talk to them. of what you say here, what you say there, what you say there for your third message, your first message, second message, third message. So develop a framework of how you're actually going to talk to these different types of leads. And here's exactly how to go about it. So the next thing that you need to do is basically you need to track message by message. You need to track the actual conversions of the messages that you're sending. So for example, message 1, your first response, let's say it doesn't matter what you're saying for this case when I'm explaining, but so your first response to when they click on your ad, what's the first thing you say? It could be, how much do you want for your phone? It could be whatever, I don't care. But this is just the way to actually track it. So message 1 could be whatever, I keep going in circles with this, but your first response, let's say it gets an 80% response rate. So that means that 80% of the people that see this message, they reply, which is good. Not 100% of the people are going to respond. Now, your message 2 could be, what model is your phone, right? So basically just asking a question about the phone normally is going to be your second message. So this one might get a 70% reply rate. Now, message 3 could be making an offer or asking some more questions. Now, this is just an example. Through your messaging, whether it's message 1 that it's a drop-off or it's message 5 that there's a drop-off, one of these messages has a big drop-off. And that's why you're not closing as many leads as you could be closing right now, because one of the messages that you're sending is not compelling to the person that you're talking to, and that's why they're dropping off. And that's why every single lead is dropping off on that same time. So if the next message you send drops to a 20% reply rate or a 30% or whatever it is, if it drops by multiple, like a big percentage, you need to fix that, right? So you have to realize naturally by each message, your reply rate is going to go down. But if it goes down significantly from one message, you have to understand you have to fix that one message. So the biggest drop equals the biggest broken message. So you need to fix that one message. And guys, your next message, when you actually book a meetup, it's going to drop even further as well. So you guys need to identify, first of all, the first thing you need to do is stop talking to everyone the same. Second thing you need to do is when you're talking to these people and you're building out the framework of actually talking to these people, you will realize that there is a big drop-off rate in one of your messages. I would suggest going into your past 20, 30, 40 conversations and seeing what that biggest drop-off is. And that is the message that you need to fix right there. So you need to fix that one message. And you guys have to realize how important this actually is, because even if you double 1 week metric in your business, you could 2x your business right there from the same amount of leads. Let's say you're making 10K a month from 10 messages a day. You guys could be making 15 or 20K a month from the same messages if you guys actually dial in what that one metric is and you double it. Like, you guys don't understand how big that is. That is crazy. And here's the framework to actually fix this. So the old way of what you were doing is, let's say you're getting 8 messages, or let's say you're sending people 8 messages before the meetup. A lot of people do this. Like you'd be surprised how many people send so many questions before the meetup. Let's say you're sending 8 messages before the meetup. You have tons of questions. People ghost. You'll get 1 to 2 phones per day, right? From the same 8 messages, if you respond within a minute, you only ask essential questions, and you make the roundabout offer, you book the meetup, confirm, and show up, and that's how you're going to get 4 to 10 phones per day, right? So you only need 3 to 4 messages max to actually get to the meetup. You don't need 10 different questions. A lot of you guys within your conversations, this is sauce, by the way. I don't know why I'm giving you guys all this sauce, but a lot of you guys in your conversations, you guys have so many questions, so many dumb ass questions. And I see this a lot, that people have so many questions. It's almost like they're trying to unqualify the lead. Like some of you guys are asking for pictures and then the battery health and the IMEI. Like, guys, that lead is not going to meet up with you. That is your problem right there. You guys are asking so many questions. You guys are trying to unqualify these leads, and it's almost like you don't even want to make money from them. You guys have to realize that You want there to be something wrong with the phone. You don't want to know everything about the phone. You want to get to the meetup as soon as possible so you could deduct money at the meetup. The reason why you guys are not closing deals is because you ask so much shit over the phone. So between that, so many people will ghost you because they're like, fuck this guy, dude. Let me go to someone else because this dude's asking me, like, you fucking gonna need my social security after this or something? Like, all you guys are asking so much bullshit that you don't need to be asking, right? So that's the first reason. So you guys will eventually get ghosted. And then when you guys do get to the offer, you know so much about the phone that you're like, holy shit, there's so much shit that's fucked up with this phone. I can only offer $100. And then you offer your $100 and they obviously ghost you. You're like, oh, I don't know why. I don't know why no one will answer to my price. It's because you're offering the price after knowing so much about the phone. That's not the way you want to go about messaging people. You want to actually, within the messages, you want to book people into a meetup with as least amount of messages as possible and with knowing as least amount of the phone as possible. You only want to know the essentials, the model, condition, and if it's carrier locked or unlocked, so you can give them a roundabout offer. You don't need to know the IMEI. You don't need to know if there's any what the battery health is. You don't need pictures of the phone. You don't need any of that because that's just going to add more friction. And you're going to know so much about the phone that when you do give your offer, it's going to be super low because you know so much of what's wrong with it. You want to wait until you actually at the meetup to see all the things that are wrong with it because you have a 99% chance of actually them agreeing to your price at the meetup because you already have the cash. They're already there, right? Sorry for that little tangent, but it's so true. A lot of you guys get that so wrong. Now, you book the meetup, you confirm the meetup, and you show up. 3 to 4 messages max to the meetup. 3 to 4 messages max. And then you should be getting you could be getting 4 to 10 phones per day from that. Do the math. If you're getting 4 phones a day, let me do the fucking math for you guys right now. If you're doing 4 phones a day at $100 profit, you can be making $12,000 profit a month. If you're getting 10 phones a day, which is a lot of phones, you could be making, between $20,000 to $30,000 a month if you're getting that much. This is a big thing right here, guys, that you need to understand. Every message that you send exists to get them to the next message. It's almost like you're dangling the carrot to the next message, right? That's what you're doing. Every message needs to build curiosity. Not really build curiosity, but like it's almost like that. It needs to build more interest, build up more curiosity, build up. Every message that you send exists so it could get them to the next message, right? So you're almost like dangling the carrot. Now, here is how I found my leaks in my business and what I suggest that you guys do. First things first is ChatGPT will build you out a custom framework. Now, I've been using AI for a couple months now. It has been the most insane thing ever. I've never made more money in my life from using anything. AI has made the biggest change in my business like ever. So either ChatGPT or Claude. I personally use Claude AI. It's $20 a month. And what you want to do, just little side tangent, what you want to do is upload a bunch of information in a Claude so it knows as much about you, as much about what you do as possible. Everything. The Claude needs to know you better than you know you. So that way it could actually give you the best fix possible. Anyway, that's just a little side thing. But you need to upload those into AI. It's going to build you a custom framework. You're going to implement the framework of how you talk to these people. Your conversation rate is going to go up. Your conversion rate is going to go up on who actually makes it to the next message. You're going to screenshot or export the DM conversations. You're going to upload them into AI. You're going to label the message, the lead as closed or not closed. Ask AI to find the patterns and what you did wrong versus what you did right. You take that up here. It's going to build you another framework. You implement that and you keep going through this over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until you have the best response rates possible. This is an absolute game changer if you actually do this. You actually take the time to fucking do this. I'm only uploading this video and only uploading this sauce because I know 90% of you guys won't even do this shit. And that's why you're stuck, because you won't even do what you actually have to do because it's too much work. So that's the sauce right there. And section 6 is the result is you'll have the same amount of leads and you'll be making more money. So before versus after, before you're getting 20 messages a day, you have 1 to 2 phones bought, you're making 3 to 5K per month. And you're frustrated, you think you need more leads. So you keep pouring in more leads into a broken system is what a lot of you guys are doing. Let's say that same 20 messages per day, you buy 4 to 5 phones a day, 8 to 12K, 15K, 20K a month. You have the same ads, same area, same buyer prices. Everyone says get more leads, but you should just stop losing the ones that you have and just fill those leaky holes that you have in your business. So I hope this provided some value to you guys. If you want me to help you implement this whole entire framework into your phone flipping business, you could click the first link in the description and book a call with me. And if we're actually a good fit to work together, I'll help you implement this for yourself, along with the right ads, the right buyers, the right system for literally everything. Anyone that I work with, they get all of that. So guys, I hope this video actually provides some value to you. Again, if you are someone who is actually serious about implementing this, growing your phone flipping business, book that call with me. We'll hop on a call. And if we are a good fit to work together, I think I could actually help you out. I'll help you out. But anyway, boys, I'll catch you boys later.